Well, hello everyone. This is my third time trying to make this video. I'm hoping it's going to work this time. I wanted to get to you today because there's been already some confusion about the assignments and clarify how the course will work. I know it's super hard with these online courses. You're trying to discern what I'm asking from you, and I'm trying to make it clear, and it doesn't always work out. But I did want to spend some time, hopefully, clearing some issues up. So here's my initial thoughts. My initial thoughts is that there's two kind of platforms that we're working with, Canvas, and we're working with Wix, which is the website that I use. So first of all, it's important to kind of know that I'm using Canvas as a way for you to get material to me, and I'm using Wix as a way to get material to you. So that's how that's working. And I don't want Canvas to throw people off because sometimes there's not dates in there because with these online courses it becomes really challenging to get things done, and I'm working with a lot of different types of students in a lot of different situations, so I try to make it pretty flexible. So there are some things that are constantly due, and there's things then that you have choices about, and that's really what I want to talk about today, is how that works. So if you don't see due dates on Canvas, don't be shocked or surprised, because sometimes I just have the date of the end of the semester so that you that when it will be due. But there are times that they are specifically due, but it will depend upon your individual choice. So I'm going to go over that today. So first of all, I think the best thing to do is to go ahead and print up or get your hands on this portion of the syllabus. This portion of the syllabus is both on the website and it's also on Canvas. And it first goes over the assignments. It looks like this. And then it turns into what I call the assignment sequence, which is just a breakdown of all the different assignments. And I'm just going to go over that with you really quickly because I think that really helps to clarify all the different assignments and what's happening. So the assignments are listed, but they're kind of interesting how they're clumped too. So the first grouping of assignments you'll see is something called an electronic journal. And I use sometimes the word journal or blog intermingled, but I'm really talking about short responses to the material of the week. And we have weekly material that we're looking at, and you can see what that is on the website. It's also pretty clear here in the syllabus. But every week you will do a short response. So in a short response, I think is about 150 words, directly into the text box of Canvas regarding the material of the week. And there's usually some type of prompt on the weekly work on the Wix website that will give you some ideas, but they're kind of open-ended responses. There's 15 of them. They're worth 10 points each. I do look at spelling and grammar. It matters. I look at length or depth, more importantly than length. And I also do not consider format. So I'm not looking for a works cited page, and I really don't like them attached as a document. They really just need to be put directly into the text box. So those are electronic journals. They're due every single Friday by midnight. So for example, this week we're looking at The Hunger Games, the movie. You'll watch the movie some point this week, and you'll do your 150-word response by Friday at midnight. The second type of assignments that we have due in this classroom are called microtheme essays, and that's just a fancy word for mini essays. They're about 2 pages each, sometimes a little longer depending upon what you're trying to do, and you will complete 5 of them during the semester. So there are 5 that are due during the semester. 2 of those 5 are due by October 27th. So you have to pick which 5 pieces of material you want to do these little bit longer essays on. And you can pick any of them you want through the semester, except you have to have 2 completed in before October 27th. They are due on the Sunday that we go over the material. So for example, if you're working on the Hunger Games this week and you decide to do your blog or your journal, that's on Friday. And if you decide to do your microtheme or mini paper, the 2-page paper on it, to get one of your microthemes done, that would be due by Sunday. They're not due outside of the week that we do the work. So that's really important to me, that you got to do them the week that we're going over the material. So you can't come back to me week 7 and say, hey, I want to do the Hunger Games. It has to be turned in on time, but you get to choose which one you want to work with. Again, 5 microtheme essays, 100 points each, 50% of your grade. They're due on Sundays that we go over the material, and you get to choose which ones. and you have to have 2 done by October 27th. The next grouping of assignments are what I call the literary analysis papers, and you have to do 2 of those. They're bigger papers. They're usually 5 or 4 pages, 6 pages, depending upon how you write and how you get through material. And they're more complex than the microtheme papers. So the microtheme papers, again, are simply on that one piece of material. There's really just analysis. There's not really any synthesis going on. The analysis papers, I'm looking for you to take 2 pieces of material and look at them together from within a unit. So when you look at this schedule of the different things, week 1, the Hunger Games, Catching Fire, Anthem, and Unwind are part of the dystopian or modern world grouping. That's 1 unit or theme. Then we move into Terminator, Kindred, Genesis, and Langoliers, which is the next theme or unit, and that is time travel or science fiction. And then we move into what I call my historical unit, which is Jane Eyre, A Rose for Emily, Pride and Prejudice, Much Ado Nothing, and M. Butterfly and Bridget Jones. And that's another unit that you can work at. When you're doing the literary analysis papers, you work within a unit, and you work with a minimum of 2 pieces within a unit. And they're due Sunday after the end of the unit. So for example, the first unit, which was the dystopian modern world, ends with Unwind, and that ends on Sunday, October 6th. So if you wanted to turn that paper in, you would have to turn it in by the following Sunday. If you wanted to work with the science fiction or time travel unit, that unit ends with the Langoliers, and the last day of that unit is Sunday, November 3rd. So you'd want to turn that literary analysis paper in the following Sunday. I think you get the idea. So that's how the literary analysis paper works, and they're more complex. You have to do 2 during the semester. The last assignment of the class is probably the simplest. It's a course reflection paper. There's only 1 of them. You'll turn it in by Thursday, December 19th at midnight, the last day of the class. And that is a really 2-page reflection on the course. So anyway, I'm hoping this helps clarify. So when you look at the weekly work, something that can come up as confusing is at the end of the work or the material will say things like, you have 2 assignments that you could complete this week, and really what I'm trying to say is that you have to do the blog or the journal. That's a non-negotiable. The second assignment is kind of negotiable. It's dependent upon, are you doing a microtheme that week? Are you not doing a microtheme that week? It's entirely up to you. So I put 2 because it really is 2, but it's dependent upon what you're deciding to do, if that makes sense. So I'm hoping this clarifies some of the information up. I did change this course quite a bit, so if you're catching things that are really off or weird, it would be great if you would let me know, and I would get back to you on that. It's best to get to me or to contact me through Canvas. That's the easiest, fastest way that I'll get back to you. Okay, I hope this clears up some things. I'm looking forward to the course and meeting you guys. Have a great day.